So Ronaldo, some more context. You gave us the 2016 stat. So he's been substituted in consecutive games. He was substituted against Lokomotiv Moscow as well. I actually went back and checked in the last 10 years, going back to the start of his first season at Real Madrid. It's only happened 3 other times that he was substituted in consecutive games. One doesn't really count because it's in the run-up, in his final season, in the run-up to the final when, obviously he was playing and not playing and trying to stay fit and whatever.
To the final with Real Madrid, you mean in the...
The last final they won.
Okay.
So I think it is relevant. I think his reaction is relevant in the sense that, he's not happy, walked out, straight down the tunnel, showered, got dressed, and left the stadium 3 minutes before the final whistle. Further to that, the next morning, though, the flip side, the next morning is that, he sent out a conciliatory Instagram, and Juventus were very quick to sort of let it be known that everything had been patched up with his teammates.
Can we just highlight one thing from that Instagram that tickled me and probably nobody else? The Juventus hashtag, like the club uses this all the time, is fino alla fine, which means literally until the end. He did not stay until the end. He's, the tweet is, it's like, important win, good job or something, and then fino alla fine, until the end. You've literally included until the end.
So, what struck me is there's 2 points. One, I think we're all in agreement. We can go over this if anybody strongly disagrees, but so leaving before the end is a major diss to your teammates who are out there playing, right? That's in every sport at every level.
Yes.
That said, despite the way Ronaldo gets depicted, he's generally very popular with his teammates.
Yes.
He would have gone and spoken to them afterwards. I don't think this is a big deal. Do any of you guys think that part is...
I don't think it's nearly as big a deal as it was sort of made out to be, and I think that Juventus are a club that I think knows how to downplay these things when they want to. I do think that what you are seeing here, without question in my mind, is that Ronaldo is a special case. I think it's not that there have never been players who have spoken back to managers before, given managers trouble there before. Dybala, indeed, when he was not getting game time under Allegri, he had an incident or two where he gave him some lip back, but he didn't leave the stadium early. And when Bonucci gave too much back talk to Allegri, he found himself sort of fully excluded. I think that if this was not Ronaldo, I think there'd be no chance he would start the next game. Whereas I think because it's Ronaldo, he will start the next game.
Are you on board with that?
Yeah, I guess my only question about all of this is that sort of we know that Ronaldo is crazy about his health and fitness, and we know that he's suffering with adductor fatigue. And there were some, things going around social media where it looked like he sort of pointed,
yes.
And that was on Sky Sports around the 54th minute. There is another one that's going around where it's the 70th minute, so that's probably from another. And it looks like he's sort of just like really suffering with it. Now, I don't know whether it's like he's just being rude because he's so angry that he got taken off, or whether it's the case of, oh my God, what if this is a serious injury and I'm feeling pain and I need to address this right now because I'm Cristiano Ronaldo. So,
well, if that was the case, if Ronaldo felt he was unwell, he presumably wouldn't have left the stadium.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I do think that he has his own people to take care of things, not necessarily always with the stadium.
Or what, they live in his house and they're waiting for him at home and they don't go to it seems odd. That would be the case. I think it's simpler. Sarri said he'd been having a niggle. He certainly doesn't look fit.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't look fit because he's terrible at the moment.
And I don't think that, like I said, I don't think that part is a big deal. I think what is a big deal is Sarri making this decision, because a lot of people would have thought that it is a ballsy decision to go and substitute this guy 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
Regardless of how badly he's playing. Also because, as was pointed out before, if you remember the Verona game, Ronaldo was terrible. And then, towards the end of the game, out of nothing, he does a little shimmy, wiggles his butt, and wins the penalty.
Yeah.
So he's got that, obviously, which he can do at any time from a standstill.
Yes, although, of course, what's fascinating here is that Sarri has done this twice, and both times he has nailed his substitution. Whether or not it's really that Sarri has reinvented his team tactically when he's made these changes, or he's done something particularly clever, or if he's just looking on the bench going, you're quite good at scoring goals, get on there. But either way, he's now twice in a week. First it was Douglas Costa with the brilliant goal against Lokomotiv,
yeah.
and then another brilliant goal from Dybala. So in that sense, at least, Sarri has sort of. I mean, I think Sarri's come out of this great, personally.
Yeah.
I think he's come
And
out
I
of this
think he
great.
sort of, paid for his dues and came out afterwards and said, well, we should thank Ronaldo at all times, for everything that he's given. And I think it's like he's like, I'm going to do what I need to do when it comes to the substitutions. And then after that, I'll pay homage to the man who,
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.